Apparently, I'm a number one dad. So, while I was sitting here, I was just thinking, I want to fall off the face of the earth. No, but not really, but like in theory. I've noticed that as of late, I've been pretty consumed with social media. And I'll probably say that it's for good reason. I'm sharing my art to the world. I'm expressing myself all over the internet. I'm doing makeup. I'm doing video after video after video. And it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. I love sharing what I do. I love expressing myself. So, it's been good. It's been fun. It's been tea, for real. But I don't know, I just feel this deep gutted urge to just shut everything off for a little bit. I'm going to try to not get on any social media at all. No social media. No Instagram, no TikTok. That's really the only social media I have, but it's a lot in 2 apps. Those 2 apps encompass a lot of things. So I'm gonna try not to get on those for an entire week. My only dilemma is those 2 apps are how me and my friends, mainly communicate. And I really only get on those apps like to communicate with them and some other stuff. But the main reason I'm always going to check Instagram or going to check TikTok is to communicate with my friends and to just socialize and to just share memes back and forth and all the good things. We kind of omitted text message as a form of regular communication, and I'm not gonna lie, I miss like text message being the main form of communication with my friends specifically. Because it's like when I do breaks like this, I often do take social media breaks pretty often. And sometimes I take them out of like, I don't know, out of impulse and out of like feeling and out of a certain emotion where I'm just like, oh, I gotta get off of here. I can't stand to be here. I want to fall off the face of the earth. And that's how I be feeling sometimes. And that's the reason why I do take those breaks sometimes, because I just feel like, ugh. But I think this time, it's a little bit of that. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little bit of that feeling. But also, too, it's like I'm just realizing, like, I need to live life beyond the scope of social media. Like, social media is a big part of my life. And a big part of a lot of people's my age life, It's like every time I go to like a pretty place or I see a pretty mountain, or like if I'm hiking and I see a waterfall, I'm always taking my phone out, taking a picture of it to post it on social media. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, girl, just enjoy it. Why do we always have to show everything? And I mean, I guess that can go into the thing of like human connection and trying to connect through social media with different humans. Yeah, I get that part of it. But it's just like, for me, I just want to be in the moment. And if I have the privilege of experiencing it with another person, then like I'd rather experience it in person with that person. Like, I'd rather have that in-person connection and feeling, not parasocial. But yeah, that's a whole yap spiel of why I'm doing this. Hopefully my friends don't think I'm ignoring them or abandoning them. I'm just really want to get back to the root of who Kristen is without social media, without the notion of, oh, what can I portray to the world today? What can I share with the world today? Yeah, I just wanna spend some time with me and get to know me better, deeper, and all those things. So yeah, I'm gonna check back in. Hopefully this video exists. Good night. From the number one dad herself. Okay, you guys, it's check-in time since my last video. And y'all know what I'm trying to do. Trying to not get on social media for an entire week. And guess what? I failed. But here's the thing. I'm posting content. Posting like my art videos and stuff like that. So, of course I got on there, but I'm not like endlessly scrolling or anything. I just keep picking it back up to check, the engagement and stuff like that. Where do we find the balance? Like, where's the balance between like social media and content creation, the balance of that, and also spending time doing other stuff and like actually being engaged in life? Where is the balance? Because it's kind of hard for me to find the balance right now. But I am proud of myself. I haven't really like been just doom scrolling. I just really got on there to post some art content and to communicate with my friends. In a way, I didn't fail, but even if I did, I have an opportunity to start over again. Starting in this moment, I could really change the trajectory of what I do with the rest of my day. Honestly, I could shift my whole day around and focus on being, like just being here in life, in the moment. And my niece said something today that really was like, dang, it really is this phone. Because me and my sister and my mom were like out to eat and stuff. And we're sitting at the table and everybody's on their phone. Me, my sister, and my mom, we're all on our phones. And my niece is like, Tisi, everybody's on their phone. And I was like, yeah. And my niece was just like, just be off your phone like me. So I was just like, oh gosh, we're losing the plot as a society, as a collective, and the kids can see it. Yeah, I was just like, that's very interesting. Those words, very interesting of her to say in that moment. But yeah, so I will check back in, I guess at the end of the night to see, like, not if I passed the test, but if I, was off my phone a little more in the moment, a little more. But yes, y'all, this was just my yap session, and see y'all in the next one. Hello, mates. Oh my goodness, that is a huge dog, y'all. just chilling or whatever. But anyways, I didn't do a check-in yesterday, and I think the reason I didn't do a check-in yesterday was because I definitely was on social media yesterday. But again, I wasn't like just on there scrolling. I was posting content and stuff like that, and engaging with my friends, checking in and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't check in yesterday, but today I'm doing pretty good. I haven't gotten on social media at all today, and it's about, I think it's like 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. So yeah, I'm doing good so far. I'm out here at the park, just laying down, chilling, trying to find other things to do, and to occupy myself. But I'm really enjoying my time. It's supposed to storm in like a few hours or minutes or whatever the weather decides to do. I know it's supposed to storm. I was gonna go hiking today, but I was like, I should just let my body rest for a little bit and just sit with myself. Because when I'm hiking, it's like I'm moving, so I'm not really sitting with things and just experiencing. I'm in constant motion, but I'm not just like sitting. So I decided to do this little park. And it's so chill out here. Like, it's so chill. Y'all hear the thunder? It's thundering. But it's so like, I just love being outside. Like, I'm so glad. Like, I don't know what made me like click like this. Like, to be able to just love nature the way that I do. But I'm so glad it happened. I'm so glad whatever that switch was, I'm so glad. And I just can't wait to spend the rest of my life enjoying nature and finding new parks and new preserves and just new nature places. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my time. I don't know when I'm gonna leave. I just go when I feel like it or when it feels like the right time. But yeah, y'all. Look, if I put my camera down here, it looks like, hold on. It looks like mini trees. Like we're miniature and the grass is like trees. So cute. Alright, guys. Talk to you later. Okay, you guys. So as you can see, I have find something to do to occupy my time. Last time y'all seen me, I was on my phone. I was at the park, was chilling. That was so beautiful. Like, if I could do that every day, I loved that. I love just sitting in nature and like embracing everything. And I'm sorry I'm a little nasally. I have a little congestion up here. But yeah, I had a really good time earlier today, just laying in nature for real, like just laying outside. But when I got home, I left shortly after that. Went ahead and went home, and I was like, I want to do something that I've been wanting to do, but keep putting it off. And it was this makeup look. And it's inspired, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's inspired by Miss Arizona T, cause she's tea for real. She's tea for real. Like, for real. But yeah, I did that. That took a big chunk of time, but it was worth it. And I took some pictures and stuff like that. So I think today I only picked up my phone like maybe 3 or 2 times to get on social media today. So it's significant. So I've been on it significantly less than yesterday, which is a good thing. But the goal is to not get on it at all during the day. So we're gonna try again tomorrow. And hopefully after this video, I keep it to a minimum. I think I'm gonna get in the shower and take this makeup off and all that, because I do have to go to work tomorrow. But I want to do something else. Maybe I could read or do my dot painting kit thing I got from Dollar Tree. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with y'all, and I want to show y'all this look that I did. Hey, yup. Alright guys, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so I'm doing this video for the second time because my MacBook does this thing when I record on photo booth. I'll be recording, but then when I go to the video, it didn't record. And yeah, I said some pretty good things, in that other video, but it doesn't exist. So it doesn't really matter. But let me try to remember what I said. I was basically saying how, like, my intention starting this challenge was kind of skewed. I don't know if you remember in the first clip, but I was just like, sometimes I want to fall off the face of the earth. And sometimes I do have those feelings. And I feel like those feelings stem from like a place of self something. Because I was explaining, like, nobody is telling me to fall off the face of the earth. Nobody is making me feel like that. No person in particular is making me feel like I need to fall off the face of the earth. It's me who is projecting that. And in turn, I started this challenge because I just felt like people want me to fall off the face of the earth. And like the reason that I'm like processing this now, like in real time, is because I've started being very active on social media more than ever before, because I have a lot more time now. And because of that, I've been sharing a lot of myself, like a lot of my personality, a lot of my mannerisms, a lot of my expression, a lot of my creative works. And there's always a little voice, be it your inner critic, the enemy, the inner dialogue, or whatever you want to call it. It's always a little voice that's like, you're doing too much. You need to dial it back a bit. You're taking up too much space. You need to take a break for a minute. And sometimes I get to a point where I start to believe that voice. And I'm watching a podcast with Tim Ross, and he has a guest on his podcast. And they're basically talking about how to combat those lies with scripture, like having the scripture in your heart. And yeah, I just feel like my intentions of starting this challenge was from a place of like vulnerability. Like, I don't know what may have happened when I first started it that made me feel like that. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes I just be assuming stuff.
Right.
And that's one thing that I really I need help with. And that I really pray to God about and ask Him about in general about a lot is the assumptions. Like, girl, thinking things that aren't even real. I mean, they may have a possibility of being real, but like it's not good. So I'm just grateful to be in a space where I've become aware of that because back then I would have believed the lie, and I used to do this a lot. I used to actually like deactivate my Instagram page and tell my friends like, "Hey, I'm getting off for a little bit." But yeah, stuff like that. And it was out of like just believing the lie. Like believing the lie of, oh, people need a break from you. So you need to just go. And I realized that's like the most evil lie from the enemy, is to make you think that being yourself is too much, that being who God created you to be is too much, and that you need to tone it down a bit. That's the greatest lie. And it's so evil because it causes you to really think like, oh, maybe I am, because it's a risk, right? Putting yourself on social media and putting yourself out there is a risk in itself already. So when you have that plus those lies, it's kind of like, it's convincing, and it'll be like, oh, maybe I do need to tone it down. But it's like, no, like, if I'm doing something that makes me happy and that allows me to be myself and that glorifies God, how dare you be like, oh, you're doing too much, when God called us to be lights of the world? Like, whatever that, He didn't say what kind of light to be. He said just to be the light of the world. So yeah, I really feel like this message needs to go out. And I feel like this area, this chapter, this place that I'm in my life right now is just really about becoming okay with being vulnerable and being more open, instead of just closing off. And I think that's where the enemy, that's where your critic, that's where the adversity wants you to be isolated. So like, say I did just completely deleted everything. I don't think that would have benefited me, because it would have just isolated me, instead of me like sitting with the feeling. I would just be avoiding it and running away from it. And I'm saying no. Now, granted, with social media, I think it's like a discipline thing. So I'm gonna get on social media, do what I have to do, communicate with my friends, post vids, edit, do all of that type of stuff. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it, because I'm also going to set boundaries of when I need to get off. And when it's like, hey girl, back to reality, you know. So I think it's all about discipline and balance. And I guess I thought it would be easier if I just completely deleted everything. But I just don't feel like that's where I am right now. I feel like I am being led or called to share, to express. I don't know if it's helping anybody. I don't know if it's offending anybody, but I just feel like it's what it feels right now. And yeah, I just feel so free. I feel so free in doing that, in doing content creation. I feel so free in it because people who've known me for years have never seen me operate, because in the past I've been so sheltered and limited, believing those limited beliefs. And now I'm just kind of like, I'm becoming more open and becoming more free. And I think that that's a blessing. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God. And I'm so grateful for these platforms that I have. And I just hope I steward them well. And yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me to remember is that I belong here. I belong here. I have a right to be here. I was made to be here. I was literally created. So many things had to go right for you and me to be here, to exist. Think about that. And you're here for a reason. Our labor is not in vain. For real. So even if you're not a content creator, what you're doing right now, it matters. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know what even to call this video. But I might be back. This might be the end. This might not be. Who knows, you know? But yeah, just remember to give yourself grace. Take time with yourself. Take time to sit with yourself. Like, truly sit with yourself. Sit with those feelings. Sit with it. Because that's the only way you can go through it. Don't run from it like I tried to. Trying to run from social media. And I tried to mask it and be like, oh, I'm spending too much time on social media, so I just need to get off for a while. When in all actuality, that reaction was a root of a bigger problem that I'm still working on to this day. And I just have to remember, I can't beat myself up about it, because I'm only human. But it helps to know that you're here for a reason, and to not believe the lies, and to get that scripture in your heart. And even if you're not like a religious person, just to do what makes you happy. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. So grateful. Like every time I realize something, not necessarily something new about myself, but something that's like, oh, this is why, this is why, this is why. Like to just to know is such a blessing. I'm so grateful. And I will see y'all later. Bye.